We almost made it to the weekend. Welcome to today's new video. On today's episode, we will discuss nights 1 and 2 of the Democratic debates that were on CNN. Also, Katy Perry has her day in court and she loses. We'll give you the information on that. If you did not know, today is the day that Why Do Fools Fall in Love is available on Netflix. We'll share our opinions on that movie. Also, Beyonce and Disney are rumored to be working on a multi-movie deal. We'll share our thoughts on that. And finally, if you could revive any music star's career, who would it be and why? We'll be discussing that, and I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and let's get ready to start the show. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. I hope you guys are enjoying your week. And when I told y'all we will be back with another video this week, I know some of y'all was like, yeah, he playing around. No, we are back with a new video. So I want to say thank you to everyone who watched our last video. And y'all loved that little intro I was doing. I did on the video, and I'm going to try to keep doing that on all the videos. Y'all know the plan is to have our podcast debut on August 15th. That's in 2 weeks, and that will be on the 11th anniversary of the Scorpion Show, which I am, first of all, I'm excited for it, and then I'm like surprised, because it's like, that's a long time. 11 years is a long time, yeah. And I still remember when I met Mikkel. Well, that was like our first time really meeting, because I seen him before when he walked his ass up and spoke at my nephew's funeral. But to actually just meet somebody on the first day,
I don't like the way you said that.
No, but because I really did look down on him, because he didn't say nothing bad. I was like, who's this queen up here talking? I said that to myself. But he didn't say nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? So.
And now look.
Yeah, and look at us now. You know, a whole year later. You know.
Year?
It took almost a year. That was
yeah.
September, and then we met there August. Just, doing the thing. And we have been grinding and doing this thing. Ups, downs, but we are still here. And
I wish this chair had a
up and down.
Yes, because this is hurting me leaning against this like this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we had to get the chairs. I can make it
higher.
Yeah, but I need the piece to go in there to turn it to lift it up. Okay. So yeah, we did get some new chairs and stuff like that, and we've been testing the little podcast. And I was like, I'm just really excited for that. And it's going on 11 years. And I know that you set up a GoFundMe account. So all those who want to help us celebrate our 11 years on YouTube, the link is inside the more info box. Or if you on your phone, you can also go to Mikkel's Instagram to click on there. Yeah, the link is right there as well. If you want to help us celebrate our birthday, and shout out to everybody who has already donated to that. And also, I want you guys to become a sponsor to our channel. And to become a sponsor is $4.99 a month. We're just asking for all those who support us to support us if you can. Like I've been telling y'all, it's just been really rough out here in these YouTube streets. So if everybody can help, if they can, we greatly appreciate that. So we are going to move on and get into some of the topics. There will be a separate video, because this is the video. The video we're going to talk about is in that next video is going to be controversial. So I don't want YouTube to be flagging video. So look out for the next video. So we're going to start with Beyonce and Disney Channel.
So which one's going to be controversial?
March a little bit.
No, we're gonna start with the 3.
Oh yeah. I thought because I didn't even have it at the top. So.
Because I thought maybe that was gonna be the controversy. But I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So for the debate for me, I really couldn't watch Tuesday night's debate as much as I wanted to because I was, sitting here with the podcast and we testing our voices and stuff like that. I really couldn't get into it as much. But what I will say is that from that debate, I feel like Elizabeth Warren definitely shined. Bernie Sanders is kind of behind her, but I didn't really care for the other candidates that was up there on the stage. Night 2, which was last night, I just feel like everybody was looking for their gotcha moment on Joe Biden and trying to get that clip to play like how Kamala Harris got it done when they were talking about the busing issue from back in the day. No one had that moment. Joe Biden definitely he got to work on his reflex skills. Yeah, because
he does. No, you're right.
Yeah, he
has to work on his when he's trying to deliver his point and his message. When they say, "All right, that's your time is up," stop it. Yeah, keep talking
like everybody else.
Because then he stops and he said, "Oh, okay." And you're like, no, say what you were going to say. Like, keep going.
Because he probably don't want to. He probably don't feel like explaining himself. It was like him defending himself the whole night.
But you know what? I don't know which one it was, but they said if you can't explain yourself here, you ain't gonna be able to do it with Donald Trump and you become the nominee. Yeah. And that was so true.
Yeah, that was Bill de Blasio.
Yeah, but they all wanted that. They all attacked.
Yeah.
Bill de Blasio, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, Kristen Gillibrand. They all had their tones on. It was like he was being attacked.
See,
but then that's because he's the front.
And see, Joe Biden tried to pick the fight with Cory Booker, and I was just upset with that. I just was like, no, because then Cory, he's going to defend himself, and then Cory going to, go back and forth talking about your Kool-Aid. Like, girl,
you know what?
So I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah, he's like, and I'm so surprised to try to come for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were very It was attack Joe Biden, but it just goes to show you if you've really been paying attention, Joe Biden is the front runner, and so all of these other candidates have to try to knock him out of that top spot right now. Yeah. Now I will say this: no matter it doesn't matter how you feel about this particular person, but Kamala Harris is in it for the long run. Yeah. She ain't no time. First of all, she's a fighter, and she proves that every time you see her on stage. But not only that, she's a great debater. Yeah. She's really a good debater. She knows how to go back and forth. And one thing, and I've said this before, I said this even way before any of them even announced running for president, that my dream ticket, and everybody has their own dream ticket version, my dream ticket is Biden and Harris. Biden for president, Harris for vice president. I just don't want the two of them to get into this messy personal attack because I feel like it will become strained, and I think that if he does become the nominee, it'll be hard to try to see him picking her as his VP pick. Now, naturally, there have been a lot of presidents and vice presidents who in the past have gone against each other. Obama and Biden went against each other in 2008. George Bush and Ronald Reagan in the 80s. A lot of presidents have gone against each other with their vice presidents, but I just don't want it to get too personal, get too messy, because then I can't see them really working together. I want them, and I noticed that in the very beginning, Biden, when he gave out his opening statement, he wanted to stay on the message of to get Trump out of the White House. I'm not here to really go after y'all. I want to get Trump out of the White House, but it was just like the first 15 minutes was just Harris and Biden going at it.
And I liked it because they were being respectful with each other.
And that's a great, and that's one of the reasons why I like her as a debater, because she's somebody, first of all, X all that. Let's talk about last year, the hearings that were going on. People fell in love with her because of her way of
her questioning.
Getting her point across. And it wasn't until she started running for president where a lot of people started saying, oh, she's this and that and the third. But people fell in love with her when she was doing these questioning last year and the year before last. And like I said, I can so see her as a great debater. I can even see her debating Donald Trump and kicking his ass. But again, I just hope and pray that these two, Harris and Biden, don't get too personal, you know, because while you may feel the way you feel about him and what he may have done or who he worked with years ago, he explained it, it's over with, let's move forward. Like, nobody can change that. It happened. He, you know, we know that he's not a racist. We know where his heart is. Let's move forward.
And also Tulsi Gabbard, she was looking for her moment. Now let me just say, I think that she's fake. I just, her speaking, her just everything. I just.
That's what Kamala Harris said.
Yeah.
She says to somebody, what she say? Somebody who's trying to
look for their moment or something.
Yeah, something like that. Basically, yeah.
Yeah, but even if she was looking for a moment and she did challenge her, she did get Kamala to stumble a bit.
Yeah, she got.
You know, but I mean, I just feel like people, if you're gonna come at Kamala's record as a prosecutor, prosecutors prosecute. That is their job. That is what they're going to do. And it's not like, oh, she's a dirty cop. That's just, everybody always tries to use that against her, but I just don't look at her in that light at all. So, I mean, people going to say what they're going to say, and that's going to be that. But I just feel like, Kamala, you got to be ready, and you're going to have to be able to defend yourself better than what you did with her, and not look at her as someone, oh, she's only polling less than 1%, so I don't really have to go back and forth with her because she hit you, and that crowd was going crazy. That's like watching someone getting KO'd. Like, come on now. So, yeah, but if Biden doesn't pick Kamala Harris if he's the nominee, I can see him probably going with Julian Castro maybe, because. But one thing I don't like is that they were going at Biden for working with Obama, but they try to make Obama look like his presidency was bad and all that. It's just like, y'all have to watch what y'all doing because the Republicans are watching and they are going to use everything that y'all saying against y'all next year.
Well, okay, so try to make it, because I see what you're saying when you're trying to make him, well, certain issues they were trying to, you know, get Biden on. And it was like, you know, and I saw somebody write today, I can't remember what article I was reading, where they said, you know, let's leave, it was Eric Holder, I think he tweeted, he said, let's leave Obama out of this. Obama, you know, let's not attack Biden. Something to the effect of, let's leave Obama out of this. He did, you know, a good job. Majority of you praised him. Let's leave him out of this. Let's focus on Trump. And it's true, because it was like, last night you just heard Obama. Well, when you were in the Obama administration, it's like, all right, come on.
It's not like he had a bad administration. He was one of the best presidents we've ever had.
And there were some flaws, but it's like, let's move on from that. Like, I feel like, but again, I can't be too mad because I was hooked. I was hooked last night. Like, I was hooked, and I watched all of it, and I was just like, this is some good debate. It's really good. Like, y'all are, and that's, and you know, I'm Team Biden. I still say that it was good to see even my choice as president be thrown to the wolves like that, because now I'm watching to see how he can handle himself in getting out. I didn't particularly, I wasn't a fan of his performance last night. I felt like he could have been a little bit more forceful, and he has to, whoever is prepping him for these debates, they need to tell him, go harder. Go harder. You know, take your time. Because when he kept having those brain farts, I'm like, oh. But then,
you know, like 76 or something like that.
Yeah, but you know what I don't like? People use the age card with Biden, but people forget Bernie Sanders is older than Joe Biden, and people rarely use that with him. I don't know if it's because maybe Joe Biden looks older than Bernie Sanders, but Bernie Sanders is a whole year older than Joe Biden. But yet the age card is always brought up with Joe Biden, and it's like,
but I'll tell you one thing: Sanders is definitely sharp.
Oh yeah, he is sharp. He's very sharp. That's why I want Biden, whoever's prepping him, like to, if he got to, you know, if it's some medication that he got to take, tell him to take it. But he needs to be a little bit more sharper than what he was last night, and stop stopping whenever those moderators say, "Okay, your time is up." No, keep saying what you got to say, because the rest of them do it, and you're making yourself like you.
And that was another thing that bothered me. Like, if they explaining their rebuttals and stuff, like, stop cutting them off. You're only giving them 15 and 30 seconds.
But that's the thing, because there's too many people on these stages. They need to, and because there's too many people, they're trying to cut the time so everybody can have a chance to talk. But that's the thing. They need to cut. I can't wait until the next debate because they said in September. And now it's going to be who
you gotta you gotta have 130,000 individual contributors, and you have to be polling at least at 2% in 4 polls, and only 7 at this moment have qualified. If it's less than 10, then it's only going to be one night for debates in September. If it's more than 10, then they'll go
more
back
than
to
10 people. Yeah. Well, hopefully it's less than 10 because it's too many of them on the stage, and it's like it's too many.
And you know somebody who impressed me a lot. Every time they spoke, I listened. Andrew Yang, and I was like, wow. You know, I was like warming up to him, but I'm just like, he's not going to be president. But I don't know if he would ever run for Congress or anything
or even
like that.
useful in somebody's administration. Yeah,
because he knows what he's talking about.
Oh yeah.
And I keep thinking about what he was talking about. You trying it, but he said something like, you know, about the immigration thing, and he was like, the machines are taking over the people. And he's like, the immigration thing is just to mess with y'all, but the real thing is that the machines are already in these buildings taking the jobs. So
and he's absolutely right. And he got a lot of applause with that. And when he said it, I shook my head. I said, yeah, he's right. He's absolutely right.
Because soon, people at McDonald's are not going to be working there because all you got to do is press on the machine.
And then, well, you do it now already. You go inside the lobby and
this time the machine is going to make the food for you. Like, I don't know, how can I help you?
And you know what's so funny? Because it's happening. Because look at these dishwashers. Dishwashers been washing your dishes for years.
Well, first of all,
my mom hated the dishwasher. She was never a fan of dishwashers. She always used to say that dishwashers don't clean dishes the way somebody's hands can clean them.
Well, it could be true.
Yeah.
But they got all different kinds of stuff.
That's true.
For that,
I don't mind a dishwasher, but I used to always tell people, me and my sister, we never had to wash dishes ever in our house. Nobody ever had to wash dishes in our house because my mom was the type of person that nobody can wash her dishes but her.
Wow.
So she always washed the dishes. She felt as though no dishes can be cleaned like her, and that was a plus for me and my sister because we ain't never had to wash no dishes. You leave it in that sink and she would wash and scrub, and it'd be which is very rare. Which is very rare. But my mom, because we never let us wash dishes.
Kids are the dishwasher.
I don't know where that came from, but she just always felt as though I don't trust anybody else washing these dishes. And I was like, well, it's fine. Fine with me.
So if I had to pick 3 candidates of who I think will go against Trump, it's either going to be Elizabeth Warren, who I despise. Once that Native American stuff,
she's hokey to me. Like she's like, hey, hi.
But I like that she knows her stuff.
Yeah, she does.
She has her plans and she sticks by them. Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. Those are the only 3 I see against Trump next year.
Well, the top people, not that I see against Trump, but the top people I see right now in this race is Biden, Harris, Bernie, Warren.
I just don't see it for everybody else.
I don't see it for everybody else either. I think that they're the top. I think that Castro was making his way last night. He was making his way. Beto O'Rourke, he can forget it.
I forgot all about it.
Everybody's forgetting all about it. He can forget it. He just couldn't forget it. Like, I didn't see it for him when he first ran. I just didn't understand what the hype was. I remember a lot of people were hype off of him. Now those same people that are hype off of him, you don't even hear those people talking about him no more. I just didn't get the hype. Apparently Texas didn't get the hype either. I don't get the hype. There was somebody else too, and I'm just like, yeah, they can kind of forget it. Kristen Gillibrand, she can forget it. Excuse me. Tulsi Gabbard. I feel like the only women that are making a name for themselves right now is Warren and Harris. They're the only 2 females I can see going forward.
Look, Gillibrand lost it when she tried to call Joe Biden out about the women in 1980. 1981. Girl, that's longer than I've been born. Okay? And you're going to bring us something like that and you call her out.
It
was like, he said this with me, you did that with me.
And you have a problem. Now all of a sudden you run for president and you got a problem. And she's sitting a little stupid.
And that was and her watch has ended. On this day.
Then when he said, then she said, well, you still haven't answered the question. He said, no, I don't feel that way. She said, oh, okay. Like, you did all that just for him to say that and then the movie was
looking for her moment.
And that moment came
and went. 5 girl. So we're gonna move on from these debates. So y'all been seeing this stuff.
Wait, real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
If you're not registered to vote, please make sure you register to
Yes.
vote, because next year we'll be here before you know it. Okay?
Yes.
Register to vote today. Register, get whoever it is, your kids, your brother, your sister who's not registered to vote. If they're 18 or older, make sure they register to vote, because we cannot have Trump in the White House for 4 more years. We can't do that. We cannot do that. Go ahead.
So Disney, Beyonce already has her own Parkwood Entertainment, and she has a deal with Netflix. But now Disney also wants a piece of the pie. They want a piece of the Beyonce pie, and they're open. They want to do movie deals and stuff like that. And I think that Beyonce should go ahead and jump on it. I think what she should do is do kid stuff. Do that kid stuff with Disney. You have children. I know your team can work with a lot of different writers and things like that, and y'all can come up with even television shows or come up with an animation movie or anything. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen right away, but it will be years from now. But still, get a piece of that Disney money. And then, they might even put, amusement parks and all of that, Disneyland or Disney World. I say, if they coming for you, B, let them and work with them and go ahead. Shouldn't even be up for debate. We're talking about Disney.
Right. This Lion King really, Disney saw the numbers come in for this Lion King and said, yep. And we gonna use Beyonce.
And she said her children still gonna be spending money.
Oh.
Girl, you work with Disney, come on, and let's make it happen. Just make it happen. I say do it. Because Disney don't chase a lot of people.
No, they don't. And they made it known that we're chasing Beyonce.
Yes. And maybe Beyonce could bring some more black characters, or her team or whatever can introduce more black characters into the Disney family. Because I only know Tiana from
Princess and the Frog.
Yes. And I'm sure there might be other black characters, but I just don't know. I can't think of any.
Like you can think of Snow White, Ariel.
Come on.
Well, Ariel's about to do.
She's about to be black. Yeah, I forgot about that quick.
Is it Cinderella Disney?
Yes.
Cinderella Brandy.
Yes.
Brandy, she did black.
Yes, but I mean like from the origin.
Well, back then the origins there was no. So.
But I'm excited, and I hope that she takes advantage of it, and B, just get that money. Netflix, Disney, get them all. You gotta catch them all. Pokemon, get it. Keep your hands in that fire. She don't even gotta release music. She can just do all kinds of other stuff, and that's where everyone is leaning to. And that reminds me when we were talking about Mary J. Blige, doing all these TV deals and go ahead, get that money. That's where the money is at. Go ahead and do it. I was telling y'all, we were talking about Lila Rashawn and talking about Why Do Fools Fall in Love. If you have never watched it, or if you want to watch it again, today is the day that Why Do Fools Fall in Love is on Netflix. So please take some time this weekend to watch it. And when I post, first of all, a lot of people were tagging me yesterday telling me it's going to be on Netflix. I seen the post for it because I was just talking about that movie. I love that movie, and I'm probably going to watch it.
It's not one of my favorites.
I love that.
It's never been one of my favorites. I remember I watched it, and I just was like, so he married all these women, and nobody knew about each other, and now it just was very confusing to me. I never was a fan of that movie, and I watched it several times to maybe try to get into it, but I was just like, nah, I can't get into this.
That was and it still is my movie. I just always loved it. I hated when he threw that dog out. It's not funny when he threw that dog out the window, but it was just funny. I enjoyed it, and just to know that it's based off a true story.
Yeah, he had a tragic life. Yeah, he really did.
Yeah. So I just really love that film. And if you've never watched it, it's on Netflix for y'all to watch this weekend. Katy Perry lost a lawsuit for her song Dark Horse. There was a gospel group named Flame, a Christian rap group. They came out with a song. Oh my God, I wish I wrote the name of the song down. I didn't write the name of the song, but they challenged Katy Perry. And when you listen to the intro, even from the intro and the beat that's on throughout the song, I said, oh, somebody got this from somewhere. And they won their case, and now they're entering, the They went to a jury. A jury of 9 people say yes, y'all stole this song, and then I guess they're going to determine how much money this group is going to be paid for that song. And listen, I'd say get that money. Katy Perry, y'all, like, you work with a lot of producers, and for these producers to be stealing from a Christian rap group, like, come on. If y'all like the beat, y'all should have maybe paid for the sample. And keep it simple. Like, yeah, some music sound I like, but everybody, it doesn't mean that you should be stealing because you think that nobody might not ever hear this beat. And as soon as you hear it, you know that, okay, that's where that song came from. So I said, go pay that money. Or, you know, allow them to put their name on that song. And they not just coming for Katy Perry, they coming for the record companies, all the people who produce a song.
Get the money.
Get that money. And the song came out in 2009. And y'all know Dark Horse came out, what, 2013? So they've been fighting this for a long time, and they're going to get their money. So yeah. And Lizzo did a tiny desk for NPR Radio. It's 15 minutes. Find that video. I'm going to post a link. Watch it. I know some of y'all was like warming up. I think y'all would like her personality. I mean, first of all, she already has a big personality. But I think y'all would like this performance. It's her and 3 other people performing at this little ass desk. And she is just killing it. I love it. I want y'all to check it out. And I want y'all to let me know what y'all think of that. And I wanted to have some fun with this topic. So if you could breathe, if you could give one of your favorite singers.
Oh, it has to be a singer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, what you want? If you
just any famous person.
I can't think of any famous person that I like.
Well, no, you choose singers.
Yeah,
I'll choose somebody famous because I don't want to choose singers. I don't care about the person.
I wanna breathe life back into 3 people. I wanna breathe life back into Brandy's career when it comes to the singing. I want to breathe life back into Ashanti's career, and I want to breathe life back into A. Marie's career. And, you know, I don't know how possible that is in 2019, but if I had that magic wand to say, boom, those are the 3. I feel like Brandy, it's been 7 years since we got an album from Brandy. She's been like locked in bad record deals and stuff like that. She wasn't able to release music for a while, so she got into Broadway and stuff like that. But even if it's not just the singing part, Brandy is also an actress, and like I don't feel like she's had that big acting role too. Like I just want to breathe life back into everybody just being in love. Yeah, that's what 20 years ago. That's when Brandy was mo to the. You know, but she was that girl. You had Moesha, you had Never Say Never out, you was starring in movies, you was on a world tour. Like that she was living a life. And you're a teen idol. And then, you know, once that, you know what happened. You know, things ain't really been right since then. I don't even want to bring it up. But I just feel like first of all, she's still one of the best vocally. Vocally, she's still one of the best. Right now, she just has to work with the right producers. And I feel like one of the right producers is Rodney Jerkins. Like, I don't know what it is behind the scenes, like, but musically, professionally, you guys work great together. And I feel like that's some magic that need to be rekindled. And going to Ashanti, I feel like Ashanti peaked way too early in her career. Ashanti is a songwriter. You know, she can sing. She had great music. And I think what happened with her is when that whole Murder Inc. thing went down, I think everything just stopped for her. And when she left that label, she went to Motown, and they didn't really put her out all like that. But Ashanti, even if Ashanti is still not like that big, her music, she still should be writing for other people and stuff like that. And every time she come out with something, every couple of years, it's just not working for her. And if I could just make it work again for her, like when she came out, I would make it work. 3 top 10 songs on the Billboard at one time. She was just everywhere, and then it just like, okay. and went away. So I just want her to come back. If I had the wand, I would do her. For A. Marie, come on now. She always had like the song of the summer. Whenever she released something, she makes great music. Well, she made great music because I don't like them 2 albums she came out with. But she made great music. She just never had that force behind her. And I feel like when her and Beyonce was on the same label, of course they're going to push out Beyonce more. But A. Marie definitely had the hits. She had the songs. She had the look. She had the videos. It was just like,
it's just one thing.
Yes.
That was my video and my...
Yes. And she had this. She had some stuff like she was working with CeeLo Green and everything. I don't know what happened, but her 3rd album got released worldwide, but it didn't pop. Like it didn't get released here. And then she went to a new label and she was working with Fabulous and all that stuff. I like the album. It's just that they had no push behind them. So if I can make those 3 work out, those who I would pick, if I could take my magic wand and fix their careers. So now it's your turn.
I would say Celia Cruz, Dionne Warwick, and Lindsay Lohan.
Are you playing around? Celia Cruz is dead, bitch. He's trying.
I wish I could have saw your face. No, this guy texting me is trying it. Music-wise, I don't really have too many singers that I would want their careers to come back. No, but I am serious about Lindsay Lohan, because Lindsay Lohan used to be that bitch back in the day. And I feel like once she started getting into drugs and all that shit, her career went real down south. And I feel like had she stayed on the right path, she would have been a really big actress by now. Because she was pretty big for her age, not even 10, maybe like 15, 13 years ago. Who else? I'll say who I would love to see, and we just talked about her in our last video. I wish Mariah Carey would have, when she came out with the Emancipation of Mimi, I wish every album after that would have been like Emancipation of Mimi. But
She
instead,
She tried that with Eve.
I know, and it failed. And I wish that with whatever worked for her with Emancipation of Mimi would have continued to work. You know what I mean? But it didn't. And yes, she's already a legend, so she don't have nothing to prove. But how awesome would that have been to see the Queen Mariah Carey still making shit that we blast on the radio, and you be like, wow, like this bitch is doing this 30 years later and her music. But now it's like, when you hear something from Emancipation of Mimi, you're like, oh my God, I remember that. But it's like, yeah, it's like now, I feel like now when she comes out with music, it's like she's just having fun. You know what I mean? So,
So this is going to be the end to this video. I want to say thank you guys for watching. And again, if you did not click the link inside the more info box, please do so. We're going to talk about Mario Lopez and the situation that, the hot water that he's in. We're going to make that a separate video. So I want you guys to come on over to that video. Please watch it. And we will see you guys next week with I believe we're doing one video next week. But we'll be back next week with a new video on Monday. We'll be back on Monday.
yes.
So thank you all for watching this video.